Hello people of the internet, it's Mr. Bloodedge once again, and I'd like to welcome you to Metal Slug 5. We're almost done with the anthology here for the PS2, but yeah, got a new controller in hand, things are working fine, so we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna do things a little bit differently today, because normally I just ramble off not knowing what I'm talking about, but today I'm gonna give a synapse and review of a movie I just saw, because The Watchers just came out for HBO Max. So, first and foremost, this art is terrible. I mean, I'll go back to feel, but this art... What the hell? That went way downhill in art quality. But either way, as we are playing the video game, I'm going to tell you that we watched M. Night Shyamalan's The Watcher, which may give you a hint on, you know, being a little skeptical of how good it might be. And I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't fantastic either, but it was very interesting in the beginning, but once you started realizing what was going on, things got a little mid, so to speak. It was But where do we begin? Where do we begin? Well, I guess I'm just gonna start from the beginning, and if anyone doesn't want to hear this, well, just skip the episode, but I watched a movie today, so we're going to talk about it. First and foremost, we had a man named John, I believe. He is traveling through the forest alone. He seems very concerned. It's getting dark. And, yeah, he seems to be lost, and he's worried about getting to someone. But, basically, a whole bunch of birds come, scare him, and, yeah, he freaks out a bit. It gets too dark to continue on. Apparently, he doesn't want to be out at night. Ooh, I got a slide move. So, what he does is he tries to get up on a tree to protect himself, because he's lost in this big forest with, like, super big trees. Could totally climb on one, be safe, but kind of messed up in that regards. And, because, he messed up, he, yeah, climbed tree, but, about, like, halfway up, crow, I think it's a crow, flies into his face, and, falls down, hurts himself really badly. And then, you hear mysterious noises in the forest, and then, there you go, forest part done. Now we're introduced to the main characters. Oh, crap. Now, the main character in this story, at least like the one they bring focus to at the beginning, is a young woman named Mina. She seems to be very blasé about life. You see her vaping. Goblin, stop it. Goblin got hooked up in my cable. Okay. What the heck? Oh yeah, the background. Okay, so Mina, she works at a pet shop. Seems very blasé about life, kind of just like over with everything sort of thing. Just looking listfully out the window like, God, if I could be anywhere but here. Guy comes by, I think he's her manager, tells her, hey, let me show you something. We found, well, not we found, but we received this golden conure, which is a type of parrot. And he says, like, there's a zoo that wants them, so what we want you to do is, we're gonna have you go out in like, I'm not sure about the full distance, but it's like over 100 miles away, because it says like 100 and something kilometers to get there, so I'm not gonna give you exact measurements, I have no clue. But, yeah. They give her the conure, she goes back home, she has a moment where she pretends to be somebody else on her off time before she heads out on her journey. Not important at all. I don't know why I jumped out of that. So, now we have next day after, I'm assuming, one night stand. I can't be sure, but she like wore a wig, pretended to be someone else, flirted about being a dancer. I'm assuming she was just trying to get laid. I mean, anyone would assume that. But, yeah. Next morning, she's got the Boyd. She heads off for a long drive, just thinking wistfully in the distance. Gets a call from her sister talking about how, her mother had her memorial service, and earlier she did mention that like 15 years ago to that day, her mother died. So clearly she's going through some things. She gets a voice message from her sister talking about how they had a memorial service and it was beautiful. They're not surprised she didn't come, but she's worried about her. Talks about her kids too. Basically, her aunt's got her life together. Her sister's got her life together, and she's just kind of still messed up over mom. And that's kind of tinges on how she deals with things. She's kind of what's the best way to say it? She feels kind of like a skeptic during most of it, and I get that because it's a weird situation, but also it seems to be her base personality because who knows, maybe she got really messed up from whatever happened, and I will tell you later on what happened. But right now they're going on a long ass drive. They end up in this forest, and of course, movie being a movie, the car breaks down. She can't start it up again, so she has the bird who is in a cage, brings it along with her, starts walking through the woods trying to find something, just to help out with the situation. A bunch of walking later, it's not a long scene, but they end up at weird markers that look very creepy. It's like a point of no return sort of thing with a number on it. What is that? Racism? He's the mask. Now he's possessed. Okay. Enough about that. Okay, so they're traveling through the forest, find the sign, halfway point, doesn't know what to do, and it's getting to the point where now she's irreparably lost. It's turning into nighttime. Crows fly by like at the beginning scene of the movie, so something bad's about to go down, obviously. And out of nowhere, this older, well, I guess you'd say this older white-haired lady comes by, tells her that, things are going on and they need to be careful, things are dark, they need to get back to where it's safe. And they lead our main character, Mina, to this location called the Coop. It's someplace in the middle of the woods, just randomly set up. It is basically this, wooden cabin that has a two-way mirror, basically. You can't see what's going on outside, but, on the inside, it's just a mirror. And they introduce the group. The old lady who found her, his name is Madeline. And they also have a young man named Daniel and a young woman named Sarah. It's a weird spelling, but they introduced each other there. Oh god, I got killed by a tank. And these are fake metal slugs. I see what's going on here. Yes, but introduces to the group, and they say something's going on. There's these things in the woods that won't let them leave, and they're in danger. Well, she was in danger of being out there, so what they need to do is she needs to introduce herself to the things out there, things they call the Watchers, and what they say is just stand in front of the mirror, show yourself off, and, just introduce yourself. So she steps forward when the noises start, curious what's going on, round of applause, they're just like, hey, they're welcoming you to the show, which made me feel like this was a Truman Show thing going on, but, I mean, it could technically be considered something of that nature, but basically that night, they dealing with that. So, during the course after that, next day, they're talking about what's going on here. There's the Watchers in the woods. They won't let them leave and stuff like that. There's some rules. For example, you can't be out at night. You can't be near their burrows, which is something that'll be introduced in a little bit. And, crap, I don't remember rule number 3. Oh yeah, don't open the door after nighttime. God, I'm so amazingly focused talking about this. But either way, they introduce the characters. Madeline's like this know-it-all character who's been there for a very long time. Sierra hasn't been there that long, like 5-ish months. She was there with her husband, who is the man introduced at the beginning of the movie. And she's kind of like got a thing going where she knows medical like herbs and stuff like that, medical plants. So she's talking about that. And Daniel's been there for like 8 months. He's kind of like their hunter, their trapper, and he's just a kid, really. He's a teenage. Well, I don't know if he's like a teenager or a 20-year-old, but it's like he's someone who ran away from his home, something like that. And yeah, he's just been there for a while. And basically, you just get to learn about these people. For example, there was another person beforehand they called the professor, because this whole place is all set up. Like, not only is like the coop obviously strange, that it's just in the middle of the woods for no reason, but it's got things like TVs and stuff like that. There's like an actual, they have like DVDs for reality TV shows, which kind of made me think more of like the Truman Show deal. But yeah, so they show off these different little things about the it's the coop, I'm gonna call it a cabin, but they just show off the different things. And then you go to the next night and they just start like doing random things, like Daniel gives an introduction like it's a TV show, and Sierra just starts dancing for their entertainment, and you just kind of get the feel that something's out there watching them, kind of creepy stuff. You know, like you hear noises that are obviously not human. Why did I just die? You hear voices that are not human. Not voices, but noises. And yeah, things are dealing as is. Mina is not really into this, though. She's kind of very suspicious about it, which, to be fair, I would too if someone's telling me I can't leave the woods and stuff like that, and there's monsters out there. So she's like questioning things, you know, wondering if there's ways out. Also, at this point, she's named the bird Darwin, so I'm going to just call the bird Darwin from now on. Apparently, well, on the first time it went to nighttime, she's like, if you're going to die, you're going to have a name. Your name's Darwin. So she and Darwin, you know, they're together. This bird's going to be with her for the rest of the movie. She stole from the pet store, basically. Because, yeah, no, it's her bird now. But, yeah. She just starts curiously looking around. She hallucinates on occasion, seeing people in the woods and stuff like that. And Madeline does say that it does play tricks on you, makes you hallucinate, stuff like that. So, yep, she's dealing with situations like that. But also, she finds a mysterious hole in the woods, and they're like, nope, you can't go in those. You shouldn't go in those. That's one of the rules. They tell you that rule later. But yeah, that's one of the rules. You're not allowed near the burrows. And she's just like super curious about that. And while she doesn't do something about that now, she will do soon enough. Basically, another day, she's, instead of being with Sierra with the medicine, she's with Daniel, who's a bit more impressionable. And what she does with Daniel is she's like, hey, haven't you ever been curious? Because, yeah, she seems the kind of type of person to use someone. I kind of half expected her to, like, get him killed. But, no. It's just like, she's like, she really wants to check it out, so she has Daniel, who has a rope, basically lower her into the hole, and she sees that there's just some things in there, and that had me thinking of more theories, because there's like things like bikes and stuff like that, but I also saw a newspaper from like 1992, which kind of had me feeling, is this like the Truman Show and they're putting on a show for people who have been in a bunker since like the Cold War era? But nah, it's not that silly, I suppose. But down there she finds some gear, she finds a bike and stuff like that. Because what's up with the forest is those markers I told you earlier, point and no return, that takes a half day to walk to. So everyone's like, you can't leave because, well, there's no way to get out of the forest within a day. Because once nighttime comes out, the Watchers come out. So basically, with the bike, she's like, hey, maybe we can leave now and stuff like that. And that night, the Watchers get very excitable. They start banging on the windows and walls and stuff like that. They're really upset. They're not happy with this. Especially since another thing that was up is they found something They found a video camera. That's what they found. So what happened is Daniel seemed to know how to rig up the video camera to connect to the TV. So another thing that they were doing is not only were they planning on biking out, but the plan was to use the video camera to see what the Watchers look like. They set it up outside and stuff like that. But the Watchers knew that they were stolen from. Like, they knew someone broke in, took their things. So they came by, they were mad, they beat on things. But before that, what happened is Sierra's husband came by, John, which he was stark naked, just like all scared and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, one of the rules, you can't let people in at night. However, Sierra was really desperate to let him in, but Madeline was, you know, she was insistent this can't happen. But Sierra would not let it go, so what Madeline told her to do, ask John something only he would know. She asked him about what book she's been reading. It's very important that he bought it for her and said he thought of her when he saw the title and stuff like that. Couldn't think of the name. John was mysteriously dragged away from the video camera because you could see his legs the whole time. She tells him to basically show his face, and he does. He looks scared, and then he's dragged off screen. And that's when they start going apeshit. So, next day, everything that they stole, Madeline returned to the hole. And they were basically there for a long time. Like, I can't say the specifics, but they were long enough for it to be, I don't know if it was like fall or summer, like things were fairly green, but it started getting cold. So she's been there for a while. There's a lot of tensions and stuff like that because they've been there for a long time, and you know, they're starting to get hungry. The traps aren't working as well. And she basically drew a big ass map on the floor with charcoal, because what Mina does, one of her things, is she's a fairly good artist. Like, you see throughout the movie, she's like drawing just random bits and bobs of people and stuff like that. And so yeah, she drew a map of the woods as far as she could see, all the points of no return that she's been to and stuff like that. And in the meanwhile, like, Daniel's getting upset with Madeline because Madeline's hungry and Daniel's not really catching anything, which understandable if it's starting to turn winter and stuff like that. You know how things get with the food. But not only that, Sierra's also upset because, well, she's fairly positive her husband is dead now at this point, and she says she feels it. Gets kind of iffy, standing over a burrow. She doesn't go in it, but can I go in here? But it seems like she's close to doing it. But then Daniel just starts going a little nuts, and he basically attacks Madeline by tying her up with a bit of rope. Mina goes to help her out, and Sierra follows after Daniel. And what happens is Daniel and Sierra go to the coop, and they lock them out of there. So Mina and Madeline are stuck outside. It's starting to be nighttime. They desperately make their plea, but no, Daniel is very mad. He's not going to let them in. So what happens is Madeline leads our girl Mina to this rotting tree, hoping it'll cover up the scent. And she does mention, like, the situation about she's been outside before, so like at night, so she kind of does know things about this, but they stay quiet. The Watchers come. They are these tall, gangly humanoid things, and yeah, it's like, I wouldn't say exactly Slender Man, but like kind of proportionate, very long arms, very long legs, very tall and lithe. And yep, they're watching Daniel and Sierra, kind of upset that they're the only ones there, and Daniel just yells out, "They're out there!" So they split up. There's a whole thing where Mina talks to Daniel, pleading her case and stuff like that. She's very haunted because she accidentally got her mother killed. And it's because of her childish behavior. Like, you could see she's kind of childish with being against the rules and stuff like that, because it got him in trouble before. But what happened was that as a kid, she was rolling up the window in the car while they were driving. Her mom was upset about that, saying it was ruining her hair, so she kept opening the window. Basically, sorry, I'm a little distracted by this boss fight. But basically what happened is she kept rolling up the window, blow her hair out with the window. Mom tries to put it up, and when she puts it up, she's closing it on her fingers because, well, she's a bratty little shit kid, and she decides to stick her hand inside of the window to stop it. Mother gets distracted because, well, hey, my kid's fingers are stuck in the window. Car crash. So the way she sees it is she got her mom killed. And that's why she acts the way she does. Daniel lets her in, and yeah, at this point the watchers are very upset because things are very... They're definitely not going the regular way. Things are going... Too many rules broken and everything like that. So they're just pounding and pounding. They're mad. Glass breaking, stuff like that. But I believe at this point... yeah, this is the point where they move the carpet and they notice that there's just this metal panel. So Daniel beats on it, reveals a hatch for like a fallout shelter, which had me thinking like, oh god, am I right about the Truman Show? But no, it's basically a station where someone was researching the area, because basically at this point Madeline tells you these creatures are Fae. They're changelings and stuff like that, and they're a very ancient race that we defeated in wars long ago because, you know, we were scared of their power. And yeah, the professor, the one that they were talking about earlier, was the guy who set up this research area, basically. And yeah, they basically found it full of food and stuff, so they're happy about that. But also, they find an old ass computer with videos on it. The computer's from 2009, I believe. And yeah, they just figure out that he's gone here to research these ancient changelings, these watchers, and like he has theories about them and stuff like that. You find out he's brought a lot of manpower to this location, and there's a lot of blood on his hands because, you know, they didn't have a working generator, so a lot of work had to be done by hand, and he would just get men with no money and no family from nearby villages, bring them into these woods. This is like in Ireland, I believe. And he would just like have them have dinner outside, and he'd secretly go to his little bunker, and then, yep, they just die. And eventually he talks about how one of these creatures came to him curiously by itself, and he's very curious about it. Eventually, another video, he's gotten it inside of his bunker, but it was locked up, and eventually, lastly, he's just talking about how he's got all this blood on his hands, and he just can't live with himself anymore, so what he's gonna do is he's gonna kill the creature and himself, and he mentions that there's a boat past one of the points of no return, and he's like, hey, get out of here, don't worry about me, and when you get back to civilization, destroy my stuff. Destroy my stuff at the Institute so this can be forgotten. So yeah, using this knowledge, the next day they run out of the forest, because basically where the boat is basically in the direction where all the crows are flying out every single time. So yeah, they follow that. There's of course hallucinations. They see monsters near the end of it eventually, but yeah, they get to the end, and yep, there is this lake and river, and yeah, there's a boat. But during this, Daniel notices someone in the woods who's like fully dressed, like in pain and stuff like that. It's John, and he's like, I'll help you, man, and stuff like that. But everyone else is like, wait, that is most definitely not John. It's one of the changelings. And yeah, it basically slices his leg with its claws. And before they can leave, the changeling that looks like John slits Daniel's throat, but while he does that, everyone's just like leaving. And the funny thing is, even though like this is like clearly he's in trouble and stuff like that, they're like, no, we just have to leave him behind. No one tried to run for him. They all just called his name while he was like distracted. So Yeah, maybe they could have done something, but who knows? They didn't want to bother. So they go off, they're on a boat, ride down the river, freedom. Eventually, Mina gets back to the university, figures out the things that the doctor left, and it's just him talking about the phase and stuff. But not only that, but talking about like a unique kind of fae that is a half-breed between fae and human. And this is important because you've noticed during the film that these things do not go out in the sunlight. That's one of the rules. You have to be in before dark because, well, they don't work well in the sunlight. At one point in the burrow, you see one of their hands try to go in the sunlight when Mina was down there and its fingers were burning. So, at this point, there's like, oh, there's these half-breeds, but do they still exist and stuff like that? And then they kind of have a eureka moment because Mina sees something amongst the different things in the stuff. Apparently, the professor went to this forest because he was hoping to bring his wife back, because his wife died of lung cancer, and his wife is Madeline. So, yeah, they realize that Madeline is, like, she's of this fey creature. She goes to Sierra's house to confront her, but they reveal, nope, Sierra is not Sierra, that's actually Madeline. Sierra wasn't even home yet. They had this whole confrontation about it, but it was fairly bloodless. Like, she just cut her wrist and stuff like that, but Mina was able to talk her out of doing anything because talks about the research, talking about how there's these half-breeds and stuff like that. So yeah, Madeline, she leaves, but she grows wings at the end because apparently fairies haven't had wings in a very long time. Ever since they were locked away, they turned in these twisted, beastly things. They lost their wings because they were locked away underground. But she grew wings and she flew away. Mina goes, has her sister come over with her kids, so she gets to, you know, just connect with her family. And Madeline occasionally is watching her from the distance as like a child and stuff like that. She keeps taking forms, just trying to look for possibly other people of her kind, these half-breeds that can be in the daylight. And that's the movie The Watchers by M. Night Shyamalan. It wasn't quite the Truman Show, but I mean, if you could think of it, it was like a Truman Show for the fays, so I'm gonna say 6 out of 10. It was, like, it had a lot of good setup. Like, I'm explaining this very poorly because I'm playing a game at the exact same time. But it had, like, a good mood and atmosphere at the beginning and everything, and, I mean, I think it just started getting weird when they introduced the Fae. Because it just felt a little off for the mood. Because when you think M. Night Shyamalan, you think other things. I half expected aliens over Fae creatures. But all in all, it was fine. It's just the reveal at the end, especially with like the half-breed crap and Madeline like being one of them, and just kind of like a almost, well, I guess it is a fairly happy ending, but the fact that it kind of ends on a happy note was just kind of like, eh? Because they're like, the Fae hate humanity because humanity put them in a hole and sealed them there because they were at war, and yeah, no, it's no big deal. She escaped from the forest. The other Fae can't follow her because they can't be in the sunlight. Screw them. And that's the story. So, it's on HBO Max right now if you want to watch it. So, give it a watch or not. But now, we could go back to playing Metal Slug 5. I don't even know what level I'm on. I've just been on auto mode playing this, but nothing very weird, huh? Like, it's all very human right now, except for the magical mask thing, which I have no idea what the deal with that is. But very human enemies, no signs of monsters or really the supernatural. I don't know what the deal with that mask is, but it's not, I don't know. We're gonna have to see. This is rough though, and I gotta remember I can slide now. Like, I keep forgetting I can do that. But is that actually gonna help in this situation? Goblin, please, for the love of God. I'm trying to focus on a video game, honey. Thank you. What level are we on? Goblin threw a pillow on my back, the little brat. Let's see. Okay, so we're on 5, which is Either the second to last or the last level, usually. So let's see how close we are to the end. I did hear from some people that 5 was a little disappointing. It's the final mission. Okay, and we're about a half hour in. That seems about right. I looked away for a second at the OBS to see the time. Wait, what? How? I pressed jump. Jump is X, right? I'm not... Yeah, no, I was pressing X. Why wasn't it working? I'm very confused. Okay, I pressed jump, I swear to God. I even mashed it while I was on that Are you fucking serious? Why do I stay in the air for so long if I'm just gonna fall straight in a hole? Okay, give me another ramp and let me see if I have to jump this early. Ow. Give me a ramp. I want to see if I can jump early. Bring it on. Oh, that's dead. No jetpacks this time. It is car. Beautiful. But still very human. I mean, even compared to the last one. The last one had the zombies and the freaking Terminators at least, but all of these enemies are very common. It's just a military coup with some weirdness. I mean, they have their own metal slugs now, but... That is rude. Let's move. What is this? What the hell is this creature? I have no idea what I'm looking at, but it doesn't fire behind. Well, wait, no, it does. You just have to stop moving. Oh, it's a harpoon. There you go. Look at my infinite weird walkie powers. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it's working fairly good, but it's slow as balls. Yeah, I can defend myself fairly easily, but... I don't know, I don't like it. And why are you well, I guess I could be a person right now, but I'm like, why are you dropping these weapons I can't have? There you go. There's no booster? I can jump out. I shouldn't have jumped out. There we go. Bring it on. I'm just gonna spin this around. What are you going to do about it? Okay, now it's not gonna work. Let me out. Thank you. So it won't let me take my wacky walker with me. Alright, destruction. Is it like alien destruction? Or, okay, it's some weird guy in a floaty. Bring it on, I got booms. I saved some. Ow. I don't care about your knockoff metal slugs. Bring it on. Holy crap. How did you miss me? I wasn't even moving. How many of you guys are there? Because I thought you were like one of a kind, but you seem to either have clones or you're just a different kind of person. Hey, dude. I don't know what you dropped me, but I don't appreciate it. I'll take that shotgun, though. Bring it on. Boom, boom. Nope. Ah, what? Did he just shoot me? This is like a little pip. Yeah, no, he shot me. Now he dead. Yeah, no, these are just dudes. But are they clones, or is this just what their elite looks like? They can take a few hits, so... You got anything for me? Okay, just food from the looks of it. Thank you. Oh, it's super grenade. But now I got double machine gun. That was an alien blaster effect. Let's go. They're green. Their blood is green. They're aliens. They're freaking aliens. I knew it. Unless somehow they made alien guns, but your blood is green. You could be like alien experiments, to be completely honest. Like, with all the bodies and stuff like that, they might have added their genes to people. And they seem to stand back up, which is concerning. But they can't do it more than once? Well, your blood is red. I honestly don't know the answer anymore. You stop it. Ah. Nope, your blood is the color of your shirt. I got it. Except yours was red. I don't know the rules. Let's go. Let's see if there's a secret. Let's see if it gets weird. I want to see if it gets weirder than 4. 4 wasn't weird enough. What about 5? I did not expect that. Are you the maskman? Why? Oh, robot elephants with dongs. Weird that it's robot elephants, but whatever. Can't seem to go after the trunks. Huh. Can I hit this? Nope, it's just that. Kind of a shit weak point. I can only hit it from this angle. Directly underneath these stupid-ass trunks. And the way they shoot doesn't even make sense. Like, the way the trunk is swaying is not the way they're aiming. See, it looks so off. Come on. Okay, so that one's almost dead because he's changing his tune. There we go, one down. Bring it on. Ow. Give me another heavy machine gun, please. Because I can't hit this. I jumped into that. That was my fault. Well, that's fine. Bring on. Okay, you're gonna get weird in a second. Ah, I was trying to jump over it. Bring it on. Alright, what's the secret? Looks ancient. Ancient alien secrets. Okay, this is a boss arena. Is that a demon from hell? Okay, I don't know what I'm fighting, but this is weird enough. This is weird enough for me. I don't know what the secret of this is. I should really read the lore. I have no idea what this has to do with anything, but this is weird enough for me. That man's bulge was humongous. And that was impossible to dodge. No. Give me back. Thank you. Menace, a scythe? Okay, I didn't expect the dust to kill me. I don't know what the hell this thing is, but are you supernatural or alien? I have no idea. You look very supernatural. You look like a god being. Am I killing a god? Okay, I guess I can dodge it. Okay. Okay. That is just rude. I think I get the trick, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy that I had to do what I have to do. Wait, I have a slide. I have a slide mark. I really gotta remember I could do this. And don't get myself in a corner, though, because I will die horribly. I want to go this one. Nope, it's still, nope, because I'm like, the left plume went higher than the right one, so that's probably the safe point. No, I'm just dumb. Oop, damn it. They're coming at every angle. The only way to survive that was to slide. Nope. 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 Okay, I just have to wait here. As far as I can. I have to bait it in one direction. That's all I can do. Bring it on. Nope. Nope. Ah, shit. I mean, I'm getting it, but it's like, it doesn't give you the time to do meaningful damage unless you just freaking die, throw a bunch of grenades, and then repeat. Music's not bad, though. I mean, it's just classic Metal Slug, so... Okay, go, 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 go. Alright. There you go. What did I kill? Did I kill the Mothman? I have no clue. I have no idea. I am going to go on a lore dump after this. Is this really the end? Yeah, you know how the Forest finale felt kind of like lackluster and stuff like that? It was just like running through the base and stuff like that? Kind of the same for this one. The final boss, definitely a bit more dramatic. Like, this one's final boss is definitely better than 4's. But I mean, 4's not that impressive at all. I can understand how 5 was a letdown. It's just eh. And that's all I can say for it. It's eh. It's a Metal Slug if you want to play through the ball. It's not bad. It's still a decent game. I suck at it, but I like playing run and guns. But, yeah, let's just see the final cutscene here. But before I do, I thank you all for joining me today. I hope you don't mind the impromptu movie review, but it's not gonna happen very often, and as you can see, I'm terrible at it. But if you did like Metal Slug 5, or, you know, if you have any other games like from the run and gun genre you wanted me to try out, as always, you know, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. But, yeah. Let's see what the end of this looks like. Alright, let's see if this surprises us at all. How's the ending look? Is it any good? Let's keep driving, Theo. Get out of this game. This terrible art they put on you. No, not even like a little, ending thing like 4. Well then, it's been Mr. Bloodedge. You guys have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. I thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now, guys.